In the last video, I've shown you how to make a command using Foundation framework like this one for Minecraft plugin development. However, most of you guys would want a better solution than having each argument in a simple else if statement. So in today's video, we're going to be building on the last one, and I'm going to be showing you how to make insane command groups using Foundation. First thing, what you can do, you can just create a new package. And Foundation already provides something called a simple command group class for you. So all we have to do, we can make a new class called boss command group, and we can make that extend a simple command group just like that. And there are a bunch of methods we have to implement. Well, actually, there's only one called register subcommands, and the boss command groups label. This is very interesting because you can either use the constructor, which doesn't take anything, or you can manually specify the label here. If I were to not use anything, then Foundation tries doing its best to find the main command alias from your settings. So Foundation already supports a bunch of settings options if you have a file called precisely settings.yml. And inside this file, we're going to be looking at if you have the command aliases key. So let me just open up this file. If you already have this key right here, and you can type in boss or shortcut as alias B, Foundation is automatically going to use that if you do not specify anything in the constructor. This is really handy if you only have one command group per plugin. For example, this is how we do it in my plugin Protect, which we released recently, and Protect is an anti-hack and anti-exploit plugin, and all we did was simply overridden the register subcommands right here, and then you can also, of course, customize more options, for example, get theme, but I urge you guys to just open up the simple command group class and look for which methods you want to customize. Point is, in Protect, down here, in the command alias, you can see that if I type in /protect or /p, then all of these commands will be executed. So this is something that we can actually do right here, but I do not want to bother you guys with the command alias in the settings, so I'm just going to type it manually inside like this one, and then the alias, well, actually, this needs to be an array, just like that. And here, register subcommands. So what we have to do, remember we had spawn and info. Well, what we have to do now, we can just create a, I don't know, spawn subcommand, can make it extend simple, not command, but simple subcommand. There we go. And then we can just implement the onCommand method very, very easily. And then we have to make a constructor which simply says which sublabel I have to type. So I have to type spawn in the game, or even just type in S. And then all I have to do is go to the original command and then simply copy the functionality, and then the parameter is being taken care of automatically. So I can just copy paste this here, and then I can go back to boss command group, and I can just type in register subcommand new spawn subcommand. Now, there is a better way to do this. If you have like 25 subcommands, the method is called register subcommand with a class right here. So what I've done in Protect, I've actually made a Protect subcommand, which is an abstract class, extends the simple subcommand, and it basically works as a middleman, so that every single time, let me just rename this to boss subcommand, every single time we make a new subcommand, I can just extend the boss subcommand, and then inside my boss command group, I can just register the boss subcommand class, and Foundation will automatically take care of the rest. As you can see, we do the same in Protect. Now, Foundation also comes with a bunch of pre-configured commands, such as the debug command, the permissions command, the reload command, and they all will hook up to your specific command group. And you can even have regions. I'm gonna make videos about these things a little bit later, but for now, let's just stick with this one. Final thing, how do you actually register it? Well, there's two ways how to register things. You can either go to your main plugins class, and in the on plugin start, you can just type in register commands, and you can just make a new instance of the boss command group, but since people always kept complaining about that, we just added a simple auto register annotation, and Foundation will do that automatically. Let's head to the game and let's check out if everything works. However, I think this will be conflicting because the bus command right here is also automatically being registered, so I'm just gonna disable this here, and then I'm gonna go to the boss spawn command, and I'm gonna type in from sub command just to make sure that we are actually running a different command from a different place of the plugin. Quick note, every time you make auto register, make sure to make the class final, otherwise it's not gonna work. And also you need to make the spawn subcommand final. This is just a quick security feature to prevent accidentally extending this class, because we can only register one class automatically. Cool. Now in the game, first thing you'll notice if I type /b is that Foundation automatically creates this little header for you. Now first thing obviously is how do you get rid of this ugly Mine Academy banner, which I personally just use for my own plugins. Very simple. All we have to do, go to the boss command group, and you need to open up the simple command group and look for Mine Academy. And you see these get credits right here. So you can basically either override this method and return null, return empty, or you can have a look at where this is being used. And this is being used in the get no parameters header. This is the header using simple component, which works similarly to text component or adventure component. Get no params header, which simply means what happens when you type in /boss without providing any argument. And you could even completely take over this and return whatever you want there. So again, Foundation is completely customizable. Now, if I type in /boss or /b, and then question mark, you can see we even provide you with this header, again, completely customizable, and then we automatically load every subcommand for you. And if I type in boss spawn, it actually failed because Foundation shifts the arguments by one index to the bottom, so that now instead of getting the first argument, we have to get the 0th or the first argument, which is at the index 0, to get the entity type, because Foundation doesn't really account for the spawn being an argument. Okay guys, so behind the scenes, what I've added is the set usage, set min args, and set description. And as you can see, Foundation will also show the help automatically, so that what you can do, you can just hover over this, and then you're gonna see the description, and it even generates a permission for the specific subcommand. Let me just try to do this, and now we can see cowcannon command spawn or cowcannon command info. And you can of course make this more granular by implementing your own permission, such as cowcannon command boss spawn, if you need to have that middleman there. The reason we don't is that 99% of people just have one command group, and that is for the main plugins command. So there you have it. By the way, in the source code below this video, I'm also gonna show you how I've added tab completion. Works extremely simple. This is the exact same way that we've done in the last video. However, this is only basically this. So it's way simpler, and Foundation even completes these available sub-arguments for you automatically, so that you don't even need to worry about that. If you enjoy this and you want to learn more about coding, I've actually made a full coding class just like this one, times 10 more layers deeply, including full minigames week, including anti-piracy, and a lot of better and cooler stuff. I'm going to leave a link to that class in the video description, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care.